that we need. We're going to show the draft lobby now. No, I was just curious who that was. That was funny. But here we go. Game 2, drafting going to get underway here in a moment. Yeah,
Scare me, Wilkie.
I'm here to scare. Yeah, I think win lane lose game. They just needed to. They were doing well in the early laning phase, but they gave up. They gave up too many Baldirs, I think, when they shouldn't have, and that really let eShrek kind of get back into the game.
I would like to have seen mid lane be more aggressive on that Moxie, because they got that early kill, and they should have known from then on that Moxie will not be able to defend himself for a very long portion of the laning phase.
Yes.
I'd like to have seen them force the kills a little bit more, be a little bit more aggressive with the combo they had.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ace Blazer lane early. That's like so aggressive early lane. You can get so many kills on a squishy hero early game. They just didn't really capitalize on it too much. We'll see if they change their ways here in Game 2. I like Game 2s because it gives teams another shot at looking at their mistakes and trying to fix them. We'll see if they draft differently, because I think those two teams they drafted, like we said, one was an early game, like laning crush team that could win if you crush your opponents in lane early game, and the other team was just a good synergized team fight team.
My favorite part about this second game, and the draft in particular, is will they have the respect ban? Will they ban the hail that just really made them not have a very good game last game? Made their team fights a nightmare.
I gotta say, I've known Ferret a long time in Strife, and when we all first met Ferret was a long time ago, and all he could play was Rook. He played Rook very, very well. He was like a contending bottom lane Rook player, but that's all that was his hero. He was like a one hero pony for a long time, and I think he's come a long way in picking up more heroes into his kit. And we just saw him play Hail there. That was a really good show of Hail. It's a really good show.
I agree. He learned Hail from the best. Ferret.
Yes.
Draft your match, Ferret. Why are you talking to me?
I don't know. It would be good if they got it. Oh, we have a first ban now. Claudessa first ban again, but reversed. eShrek first banning Claudessa last game. These teams really prioritize that Claudessa ban. Interesting.
It's been said that Claudessa's right now is kind of flavor of the month. That, or is there a player that someone just plays Claudessa insanely well that we don't know about? I don't know.
On both these teams, Carter's a fine ban, especially in second pick. Carter's can be a scary hero. He fits in a lot of team compositions. Not a bad second ban, and that could be a respect ban to win lane lose game. Maybe one of them plays a really good Carter. I don't know. Yeah, that Claudessa though kind of throwing me for a little bit of a loop there. Obviously, these teams know what they're doing because they're both first banning him in both games here.
First big bow.
And we get a first. This is like a mirrored, swapped picking phase going on. If we see a Bastion, what was the other pickup they got? They got a Bastion and then Rook. If we see a Bastion Rook pickup, I'm going home.
Oh, Vex was bad last game, so I don't know if like Vex, Carter, kind of two different heroes. So I don't know if we can call it an exact mirror, but I'll roll with it, Wilkie.
There's a Bastion.
Oh, don't do it, guys. Come on. Let's get a little creative. Pick Trixie. You know you want to.
Come on, pick the Rook. Come on. Oh. But that's fine. Vermilion's is not a bad pickup. I was really hoping for some mirror picks, and it's the opposite. Same damn teams. It was going to be great. Yeah, so Bastion Vermilion, I mean, you can even run a Bastion Vermilion lane. I think that works just fine. It's not really a big kill lane, but it's safe. It's a safe lane for Vermilion.
It's a surprisingly good push lane between the Bastion Q and his rank 1 E. it's actually pretty hard for the other team to get out from under the tower, depending on their composition.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, Vermilion pushes lanes. You would think he would not, but Vermilion pushes lanes very, very effectively.
Does. And safely. Effectively and safely.
Yes, yes.
Or no.
So we'll see what they counter here. Bastion Vermilion, they have that bow pickup. I don't know what they want to secure in their next pick. Probably an ADC would be good to pick up, even though Vermilion is picked. I don't know if Ferret plays Fetterstone bottom lane, but I think Fetterstone works well in a bottom lane, and it takes it off the table for win lane lose games. So I think we're going to see them pick up an ADC kind of carry at this point.
Ew. Oh, it's win lane lose games draft pick, right?
Yes.
Okay, so alright, so I think here I'd pick up Ray Rook if I was win lane lose game. I think it gives them pretty much everything your team's gonna need.
It does. It sets up a lot of possibilities for their team. If they pick up a Ray Rook here, that would be very, very solid. It gives them so many more options too on what to build around that.
So Ray could lane with Rook, Rook could go bot lane, Ray and Bo are excellent lane combinations. I don't see there's almost no reason not to pick up Ray Rook because they're both extremely strong heroes and it keeps their roster open for their last two picks. Unless they just want to take away Hale. That's the only reason I can see them not taking it.
But no, they pick up a Shank. They pick up a Shank. I like seeing Shank. Probably going to see a bottom lane Shank. Hopefully it's a bottom lane Shank. But I don't know. And they could still pick up Hale over here on eShrek's side. And I think Shank can beat Hale. I think Shank beats Hale.
I agree with you.
So maybe that's why they picked that up.
I'm really curious why they picked up Shank so early. I wonder if they think eShrek would have picked him up next. Or if they might be baiting something.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Shank is definitely not second pick worthy. Definitely not. Should you be picking Shank in your lineup is fine. Just don't do it as your second pick. But yeah,
Shank is so strong in the laning phase, but team fights he just doesn't do as much as a lot of heroes, so that's generally why you won't pick him up this early. I
agree, but you can counter Shank. You have to run the Shank in the bottom lane. It's really the only place it works, and you can counter him. So that's and they pick up Rook, Shank Rook. That's interesting. I hope they run Rook in a dual lane.
I hope so. Also, I'd like to see it. Actually, I would like to see a laning Shank, see how it works, but I don't feel that's what's going to happen here.
Interesting. So how are they gonna? What do you think they're gonna counter here? So this is an important two picks for eShrek.
I would go ahead and pick up Vex here to lane for a million.
And a Hale maybe.
I probably wouldn't go Hale since they picked up Shank. I believe the second pickup would be between Malady and Ray. Malady and Bastion, clearly a very strong lane and a little stronger than Ray Bastion, but taking Ray away from win lane lose game might be the pick here.
Yeah, that's if they get a Ray to lane with that bow or lane with that Rook. Even more importantly, I think that could be pretty devastating. So definitely steal that Ray away. And yeah, they can leave their bottom lane for the last pick because they can pick up a Fetterstone, which I think can lane against Rook or Shank and actually win.
Yes.
Yep. I mean, Harrower, I guess, could beat a Shank as well.
They could even. Sorry, go ahead.
Nope, you go for it.
They could even pick up Hale to play against Shank, and he would have a tough lane. But if he focused on farming and not really dying, then he could do the same thing he did last game and become just a monster in the mid game. I definitely know it's a strategy that we've personally run in the past, just playing Hale into a bad matchup and hoping he farms enough to make an impact on the mid game.
Yes. Man, they're really thinking about these next two picks. We gotta get some music playing here.
They're probably listening to our input. They value us. You know?
Oh, is that what's going on? They're waiting the 2 minute delay, and they're gonna make our picks. I like it. Oh my god, that's funny. I want to respond to someone in chat. Somebody asked what was the prize pool for this tournament. Series 3 total prize pool is $3,000, and I think 3,000 gems going to the challenger group.
I give up. I don't know what's happening anymore.
You give up? You give up on? Oh my god!
Did you see the pics? Did you see the pics?
I see it now. What the heck is going on? What they got? Maybe they look. They got a composition they want to run, and they pick up a Trixie Moxie, and I love it. Win game, lose lane, instantly grabs Hail Ray. What are they going to do with their lanes though? They can run a Ray Rook. I don't know what they're going to do, but they can put the Shank in the bottom lane. They can run a Ray Bow. No, and a Hail Ray. They could split it up. I would have liked to see that Ray Rook lane, but that's not going to happen here. But they're going to put Shank in the bottom and probably a Bow Ray Hail Rook lane. They do pick up Vex in the end. They have a ton of magic damage. But wow, are they squishy over there, huh?
Oh yeah. I think if I was win lane lose game, this is just a personal standpoint. I think I'd run Bow Rook and then Hail Ray. Hail Rook has almost zero kill potential, whereas Hail or Bow Rook and Hail Ray both have kill potential. I kind of like to see those lanes, but that's just a personal preference. I like a lane with a little bit of kill potential. Rook Hail, they're gonna flail around and farm.
Oh man, but here we go. 90 seconds. This is going to be an interesting match. This is going to be a fun game too. Fun game too to see how they make this Trixie, Moxie, Vex work.
I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know what happened.
Well, here's what it's going to happen. We're going to have a Vermilion Vex lane, a Bastion Moxie, bottom lane Trixie versus Shank.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm not happy with it. I don't see it
any other way.
I'm not happy with it, but I think that's... I don't know what else they're going to do. I mean, they could run Moxie bottom. I mean, the Trixie Moxie are interchangeable. Kind of in their composition right here. Moxie is going to get obliterated if it goes up against solo Shank. Trixie has an escape, so I think it's a little safer for Trixie to try and 1v1 on bottom lane against Shank.
I'd really like a post-game interview so we can just kind of ask Viability about his picks, because he threw me through a loop, and it's kind of making me a little sad, you know. I just missed both predictions. Way over. Straight miss shot.
Yep. But here we go. Oh my lord, 20 seconds. It's going to be fun. Hope these guys are gearing up for an exciting match right now.
Yeah. First game was a lot of action. Very well played by eStrifeProLeague. We just got to hope that win lane lose game can pull together and have another great game.
Have another great game. Here we go. I'm loaded in. Hopefully you load in without any connection issues this time. But I got the secret sauce for you if you do.
I'm sorry, I missed that last one. Just every time I load a game, I miss you for like 2 seconds. Like, bam.
What? We're gonna work on your computer.
I don't know what it is. It's every time the Strife screen comes up, I miss like 2 seconds of game box.
That's weird. Well, we're loading up. This game's about to start right now.
I actually made it in, so we're good. Good to go.
You made it in that time. I made it in this time. That's what's important. But here we go. So win lane lose game. I see 4 pincers this time. But man.
Oh yes.
But, why? That's. I think that's too. I love pincer. Pincer's a great pet. But what are they pincering out of? Vermilion, all Vex, Moxie, Bastion. I just don't see the need of the 4 pincers. That's all.
Also, the armor is just not relevant. It's not relevant almost at all. I mean, they do have Vermilion, but
yeah. Pets coming out for eShrek. Pretty standard pet pickups, I think, on their side. So
I think the Bounder on
Vex.
Vex is a little odd.
Yeah, Mystic Vex, super strong poke. But the Bounder, I've seen it work before. You get real good positioning with that Bounder. And the slow effect lets you chase down very, very, very effectively.
Yeah, I agree. People always talk about the move speed and the dash from Bounder. I feel the slow is highly underrated.
Yes. Yes. But they're looking for some pickoffs. Both teams were in some bushes. We see this a lot in these challenger matchups, where these teams go 3 to 5 man group ups in a bush to try and get a pickoff. You never really see it in like the higher tier play, and I think that's just because it's just not worth it. It's too risky for very little gain. You get like 100 gold if you do a 4-man pickoff this early in the game, and it does not affect the other team at all, because they're going to be back in lane before creeps spawn, and they're not going to lose any farm.
You know, also in higher tier play, you're just not going to be running around face checking bushes, or I feel you shouldn't be.
Right.
So just waiting somewhere is just not going to get anywhere. Sure, 1 out of 20 games you're going to pick someone, but I agree with you. It's just not worth the effort.
Yep. So this time, T-Rab's on Moxie again, but I think he's going to have a slightly better laning phase against a bow Ray, as long as he can dodge the bow throw. If he can dodge bow throws, he's going to be just fine. But what do you think? We didn't actually talk about who was going bottom. They actually put Hail bottom and Shank in the dual lane. But they did a 2v1. Sorry we didn't even talk about this. They're doing a 2v1 on this Hail with the... What do you think about this? And then Bastion, Ferret on his favorite hero in the entire world is Bastion. But he's in a 2v1. Can Bastion 2v1 effectively?
If he picks up his Q and his E and just forsakes his stun early, he can keep the wave from pushing. I believe a lot better than Hail can. And Hail is also fixed against 2 ranged heroes, so I would give the advantage here to eShrek. I think win lane, lose game will have to make the rotation to defend this.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, what do you say? The only problem is I don't know if I like as a laning composition of a Shank of Rook lane.
I don't feel it's great.
Yeah.
But if Shank gets a Q off, then you can kill somebody. Rook has the burst potential to kill almost anybody by himself, so with someone else helping him, you definitely get that kill.
So they made a rotation, and now they have Bastion in the solo lane. Not Bastion, sorry. They have Bow in the solo lane versus 2 ranged poke damage heroes. I think Bow's in a lot of trouble, and this mid tower is now going to be one that falls. A lot of rotations going on. We'll see if Ray... Looks like Ray's heading back to the mid lane. And this is not good for Ray. Ray needs to get some farm going. Oh, nope, he's still sticking around. They want to go in on to this. Not going to happen. They were going to go on to Vex there, but it just did not happen. I mean, Vex does have his shield out. It would have needed to happen a lot quicker than that.
It's like Rook's rotating the mid lane. I feel this is where they want to settle down. I think this is what they want. Shank 1v1 versus the Bastion. Having 2v2 in their other lanes.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm really impressed.
Yeah, these are a lot of good rotations actually did come out. It took them a little while to figure out what they wanted to do. But they're holding off. That, you know, eShrek tried going for this 2v1 setup here, and I think win lane lose game actually rotated effectively on it. Now, obviously, Shank just died to Bastion in the top lane. And I'm sorry, I just saw Ferret actually bought a healing rod on Bastion here. I mean, he was in a 2v1 situation, so maybe that was a good choice. And he's actually has a huge wave coming on here that he's not going to push with, and he might be just trying to get a gank, maybe? I don't know where he's going. I think he could have just got some tower damage. Interesting.
So I'm a little embarrassed. I have to read healing rods. I don't actually know what it does.
Oh, Dudley. New Strife player, Dudley.
So I got some action in the bot lane. Ooh. Both Ray and Vex dropping pretty low.
But what do you think of Ray Hale lane? I like Ray Hale lanes.
I like any lane with Hail that has a stun in it.
Sure, yeah.
Although I see where you're going. I like any lane with Hail. That's a given if you know me. But I think Hale's kill potential is highly underrated, especially with the Q change.
However, Hale's taking a lot of harass in that bottom lane, and so is Ray. TaylorMade doing some work there. How do you Shank versus Bastion seems like a pretty boring matchup. I don't think either one of these really should die. Obviously, Bastion did get a kill, but he did have the level advantage on them in the 2v1 for a while. I don't know.
Shank actually took 2 points in his W at top lane. Curious as why he thought he needed that versus the Bastion.
Yeah, that's that could have been a misclick. Could have easily been a misclick. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So we'll see how this works out for them. But yeah, I will say though, the rotation that they made to counteract that 2v1 though, I'm still a little impressed with it.
Oh yeah, I think definitely at level 6 also, the win lane lose game has the advantage in both lanes. Both mid and bot lane at level 6.
Oh yeah. If they can make it work. If it can pay off for them. Vex hiding in the bush here. And they're not really backing off. Mod's actually going to go face check this. He's in a lot of trouble right now. He needs to Q out of this and not fight it. Can he make it happen? There goes the Q. Oh, but there goes the bounder shot. On to Vex. Not going to be enough. He is going to live. Ray is coming back around. Ooh, that was a close call. That swarm shot almost did him in with the bounder.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little miscommunication again from win lane lose game. Ray was kind of in a weird spot compared to Hale fishing that bush, but
yeah, I definitely
think Hale did a good job getting out of there.
Yep, absolutely. And this top tower, they've kind of given up on this. I don't know why Hale is now rotating. This is a weird rotation going on now. Hale is walking all the way to the top lane from bottom to farm it. Obviously, they're giving up the tower for that. I guess they're okay with it. Nice kill on a viability. And a Shank Ray lane is definitely a very kill heavy lane if they can get those hooks off.
A Ray brawler lane is definitely a lane with high kill potential.
Yeah, yes. So that was an interesting rotation they pulled off there. I guess they felt that Shank was not just going to do well against... oh, nice rotation coming over here, though. But Ray had the nice static field there, but it's just not going to be enough. He's taking a lot of burst damage. Nice hook, though!
Nice hook.
Oh, and a 3.5 second. He can't do anything about that deliverance from Rook. But, ooh, boy, that hook onto Vermilion. Right into tower range. That was a good counter kill. It made that that roam almost not worth it right now. If he can defend this tower right here, which he should be able to.
My ability's so low on mana. I think Shank will be able to defend this pretty easily.
Yep.
That rotation in top lane, maybe they felt Hale needed that solo farm a lot more than Shank. That's why they decided to send him up there.
Oh my god! They're getting so many good hooks here. Ray coming in with the rocket boots, taking out Vex. Oh, this bottom lane, though, definitely in control right now. Etrek, though, with the 3-man row mid, gonna get a kill on the bow. And how's
the power of Shank? He can make stuff happen.
Yeah, so here it is. Hale now has a lot of free farm going on here. He just needs to sit up here and get his farm up, get the items that will help him get back in the game. Mid tower, though, definitely going down in Etrek's favor.
I don't think Hale should move. I think Hale should plant himself in that top lane.
Yes.
Kill brawlers.
Don't get ganked. Run from ganks. Get your farm up. I think the rest of his team can 4v5 or help, continue laning very effectively without him right now. That's all they need to do. Nice tailor-made, though. Going to get that Vex shield. Cleanse off that stun. But now would be the time to get a hook in, by the way. Vex shield is down. We'll see. We'll see what
Leaking's
happens.
been a sniper.
Yep. Rook coming around. Rook does have deliverance up. There is... Oh, the hook is going to miss. Nice try, but the Croaking Curse also misses. Vex looking for some type of action to happen anywhere on the map. And in the top lane, yeah, I think Hale can definitely brawl against this Bastion. No problem. This Bastion is now building full-on power after that Healing Rod. I'm pretty sure that's the default Healing Rod, by the way, because I don't think nobody does a custom Healing Rod anymore.
Looks like Hale's taking 2 points in his E, so he starts maxing that. Bastion will just have no way of standing toe-to-toe with him. And Hale can farm this lane freely.
And that's what he's trying to do. Bastion is looking for a kill, though. They're going to run into each other. That top's kind of activated. Here he goes. Ult coming out, though. That's not what you want. That's the time to run. And there goes an ult down for Ferret. And Hale's going back to farming. Bottom lane, though, lots of action about to happen. Maybe. Nice stun by Ray. Getting cleansed off, though, by Vex. Oh, T-Rav coming in. That was a really nice ult, and it's definitely going to pull them off so they can secure this tower. So eShrek doing what they need to do just to get map control right now, getting objectives down, and they definitely have the gold lead from it. I don't know if there was the communication didn't seem like it was there. Ray going in onto Moxie, but the rest of the team just didn't seem like they were there to follow up. However, I don't know. Hale got to be very careful here. Oh, Bounder actually used on viability on Vex for no reason.
I wanted to protect his homie.
He wanted to make sure it was protected.
Hale having teleport boots, I feel he's using a little more in his time than he should, just walking around the map. I feel he's just sitting top lane right now, that huge wave, and he can teleport where he's needed.
Yeah, he's farming 320 GPM. That's pretty low for where you want your Hale. He needs to get his farm up because this is their ADC basically. This is the guy who's got to sustain in fights. I don't know if they don't want this to be their engagement. They need him to sustain in fights and just take people off after everyone's bursted down. Because it's not going to be Rook, right? Rook's going to burst people down. I guess Shank could do that too. And let Bo be their initiator. But they are going for a strong gank attempt on the mods there, and it's going to be successful. Hale's going to fall, and so is this tower. They need to contend this. They're going to take down a tier 1 mid. They might be able to keep pushing into tier 2 for it. I don't know. People are already warping out.
In the end, it's going to be a tier 1 for a tier 2 and a kill. So good trade for you, Shrek.
Yeah, just continuing to maintain their map lead. Maintain that.
Have we even seen ult come out from viability at this game?
Yeah, we've seen.
He's just been teleporting.
I think we've seen one.
One?
Yeah.
One? Okay.
Nice hook into a good Hale ult there. Earthquake going down. It's just not enough. They don't have the damage or the follow-up for it. But here comes Ferret turning this around. Shank is gonna fall. And there goes Hale back finishing off these creeps. That's kind of funny. He's like, well,
money.
It's like, well, that fight's done. Let's go back to farming. We have Ray in the bottom lane.
It was really good initiation, but their two big damage dealers just weren't with them.
They weren't with them,
couldn't kill anyone.
And they're going to start pressuring this tier 2 mid tower. If Ray can get around here and land a really good stun, they can get back in this fight. And they can make this happen. They don't have a lot of ults up. Bo does have an ult. Tower's going to fall down. They're not going to go down. T-Rav's going to get stunned out, though. They want to make it happen, but here comes Vex. Beautiful Vex ult. Bo with an amazing ult. Viability going to fall from that, but T-Rav is going to live. Moxie escapes, and in the end, it's just one death for one death. Oh, that snipe, but just he doesn't have the damage. Doesn't have the damage yet. Shock, however, taking some damage. Ferret with the great stun, maybe with the save there. And a kill onto Rook even. Wow, nicely done. And Hale. Oh, Hale falls as well. And now they're turning this back. That was an interesting fight. I think they saw that Rook get that 2-second stun onto Moxie, and they're like, all right, we're back in this fight. Let's make it happen. But they really should have just backed off of that.
Yeah, being behind like they are, I think taking the 1-for-1 might have been a little wiser. Just, I think the greed showing through, but
Yeah,
when you're
tunnel
behind,
vision.
sometimes being greedy is not the worst thing.
Yeah, but Bow ult was already down. They had a lot of ults already down. They shouldn't have kept chasing there. And a Syndara, easy Syndara, going to go down in Shrek's favor.
And gain the allegiance of the Sentinel Crisis.
I just saw a mana pot picked up on Trixie. Mana pot on Trixie. Okay. Interesting.
You ever need mana, bro? He's got it.
There's a couple of situations where mana pots work on a couple heroes. I don't know if Trixie, she has a regen component in the Crystalline Shiv. I think that's enough regen. For the most part.
I only have, 2 games on Trixie or so, but
Yeah.
spamming your Q, you can Noom yourself, and maybe they're just thinking we're going to end with this monkey, so Trixie wants to lay down as much harass as possible during this push.
Very possible. They are going to roam around and get a Baldir while that monkey pushes. There could be a fight here. Hey, I think they should just go on that monkey and kill the monkey right now.
I agree. Better lose Baldir than a generator.
Yeah, they should just get as much damage on this monkey. Oh, viability though, getting it stunned out, but he's going to be fine. Yeah, they could have got more damage on that monkey. It was a hard team call to make there. I was just like, all right, do we fight them at Baldir? Do we just go after the monkey? Sometimes you're going to make those split-second decisions. And, new teams sometimes aren't able to do that. But they are doing a good job. Here goes the monkey, though. Can Shank keep them split and back a while? Ferret's going to go in with a sweet ult. Vex coming in behind them, not only going to hit Looper there on Bo. Bo's actually still alive, doing some damage. Bo gets a nice 2-man ult. Oh, but he's going to go down. Ferret gets a shield by Vex and is going to fall by Hail. This is a nice turn by win lane, lose game. They got to be careful though. Don't overextend it. They save the generator. They don't need to keep fighting. And Maud's actually going to try and point out, but he's not going to be able to. He's going to go in for the double kill. And now a triple kill possibly going to happen. Shock's in a lot of trouble here. Oh, Shock. The rest of the team just going for the generator. They are getting so tunnel visioned. Now they're going to back off. That was a crazy engagement, Dudley.
Oh, I'm extremely impressed that win lane lose game came out the way they did, because Shark's initiation was crazy.
I thought that was going to be game right there. Ferret had an amazing Bastion initiation into like 4 of them, and then Vex right behind. But you know what? 4 of these guys have pincers, and I didn't look closely. I'm curious how many of them pincered the slow effect from Bastion just to get away.
I think the big thing was that Rook actually W'd the Chosen One from Bastion. He hide and seek the damage, and that allowed him to basically escape the initiation and get out his full damage during the fight.
Yep. And yeah, they saved that generator and got some kills too. Almost a triple kill for Hale. That's what Hale needed. Definitely needed that. But Hale's in a lot of trouble right now. He's just gonna have to get out of this fight. Oh, why is he turning around? Just go. Oh, he tried dodging it. He's in a lot of trouble right now. But Shank is coming around, gonna get the slow and the speed up. They're gonna try and turn this. Ferret, I think Ferret hasn't used a healing rod in like 6 months because he just activated his healing rod, and I'm not sure why. At this point, that healing rod is actually doing nothing for him. He really should sell it. Viability though might be in some trouble. No, nice ult by Ferret again, getting a 2-man ult. And Hale actually makes it out in the end. Ray is going to go down. Or is he still alive? Is going to finally fall by the Moxie ult. I don't know. Shake wants to make something happen. Ferret is going to stun away. Nice snipe by the Gifted. Kung Gifted, making a nice deliverance there. And Shank wanted to man up on that. Still kind of wants to man up on this. Uh-oh, but here comes Vex. They're going to turn it on to the Moxie. Can he make it happen? Vex, Rook is going to go for the double kill. Not going to make it happen. That Vex Shield is great. But Mods will get the kill. Now he needs to be on the run here, and I think he's going to be able to escape. He has that Everwinter Charm he can activate, I still think. They're going to turn it, though. Viability is going to go down. These fights are crazy. I think these teams just getting so tunnel vision on wanting to get kills, and it's kind of turning on them.
There's good initiation coming out from both sides, but really only one person's dying at the start of a fight. It's these 20, 30, 40-second chases that are getting people killed.
If only. Oh, BrewLeague. BrewLeague. That's funny. Sorry.
Yeah, it is funny. I agree.
Yep. But they're going to get a free Baldir from this. I mean, they still have about a 9,000 gold lead on eShrek's favor, on Valor's side. And they're going to, keep climbing the gold ranks with that. Hale, though, going to spawn out Viability. Viability's got to be careful here. He's around a tower. I don't know if Mods should... Mods has got to be careful now. He's going to have to turn this. Nice ult! Nope. Gift is going to miss that deliverance. And they're still here. They haven't actually taken this bottom tower. This would be good if they could pick it up. But they're going to have to pull back, I think. Because there is the Sindara spawn. These guys are in trouble.
Dance.
These guys are in trouble. It's time to port out. And they're going to let the port out happen. And we'll see. This is going to be a big fight.
This could be the game breaker right here. Sindara's wins games. Not necessarily getting Sindara, but if your team gets wiped, then you can usually lose a generator.
But eShrek has pretty good positioning here to try and make this happen. Here goes Ferret in with the ult going off again. And Bo just dies before he can get anything off. Nice ult by Hale right there. Ferret taking a lot of damage, but not the guy you want to be making the damage on. In the background, Vex is going to go down. Double kill for Rook. Triple kill for the team here, and that is what we were talking about. They're not going to go for Cindy though, or are they? I think if they might rotate and try and take Cindy out. I don't know if that's a smart idea though. Unfortunately, they got a really good team fight, but they can't get an objective out of this.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Not sad. Sorry, that's not the right word. It is kind of sucks for them. They can't get an objective out of this. But considering the gold disadvantage they're at, I would take winning these team fights and kills.
Oh yeah, they are coming. This is the second big team fight that they are winning. I mean, show signs of improvement coming out from win lane lose game in this match. That they can actually still recover and come back.
They're not initiating, but on the counter initiation, win lane lose game is outplaying eShrek at every point in the team fight.
Yeah, so we're still going to see a fight around Sindara again, because here everyone is. Hale is so far away. Hale, what are you doing, Hale? Oh, Hale, the call here is not good. Hale needs to be with them. But they're just going to back out. Wind Rush activated. If Shank could find a hook, he's not. Not going to find the hook.
They scooted out there.
Yeah, they didn't want to fight that. I think they're getting scared of these. They're losing some team fights. They don't want to take a straight-up team fight against them right now. I like what Ray's doing here. Really nice blocking out a whole path. And now they can just worry about one side of the fight happening here. Hale, though, is going to... Oh, nice initiation by Shank, but Shank's going to miss the hook. And here comes Vex from behind. They have the pinch. Ray is just a goner. Bo is not going to get anything else done as well, and they have them pinched. That was a nice Vex ult. Nice Vex ult. And all
seems like whoever initiates loses.
It kind of
all
seems
the
like
initiators
it.
are losers.
And now they're going to get a Sindara fight here. I don't know if this is going to be free. Hopefully win lane lose game tries to contest this right now.
Hale's walking away. I don't think they're going to contest it.
Yeah,
they might be going for Baldir.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they do need the money, and that's good. I would have liked them just to go for that mid tower instead. Just have Shank tank it. Because I think a tower is should be a higher priority over Baldir. But money's okay. Maybe they can rotate top and backdoor a tower here as well.
Is getting a tower nice?
Yes, it's nice. Oh, Hogan. Hogan.
It's alright. I'm sure I have my own mannerism that I repeat over and over. So.
I have to have my mannerisms, otherwise why would I do this? Why would I do this? It's okay. It's a nice mannerism.
It is.
It looks like everyone's porting out here, though, in the top lane. They don't want to go for that tower. I wish they would have engaged, just taken this tower out. Would have been a good thing for them.
Oh man, it's exciting. Just with the monkeys just barreling down the lane, you know that 5 versus 5 is coming.
Yeah.
So exciting.
They're going to try again. They've already tried this once, by the way, and win lane, lose game, came out on top. But this is definitely going to be a big fight. Can they make it happen again? I don't know. Nice stun by Ray. Really splitting them back. Hail ult actually is going to kind of miss. Ray getting a decent ult off in the background there. And Ferret's kind of doing his job, splitting the back line. Definitely going to get that generator this time. Looper's still alive, but going to have to rocket boot away. They need to just finish off this monkey real quick. They're not going to get trucks here.
They got what they needed. They got that extra 7k team gold.
Yeah, they got that generator. It's very big. I mean, the generator is already half-life. It was going to be a hard team fight for them to save that generator anyway. But, wow, yeah, Rook and Shank kind of just went down there. You need to keep those two alive in those fights. They're going to push another. They're going to get that tower there. They're not going to push a generator. Rook was looking for some action, but doesn't find it.
I think just at the end of these team fights, just a little bit of inexperience is showing for these players, where I believe Shank was almost to the Baldir pit right in the team fight, while the Monkey and Ferret were still in their base. I think just little things here and there that they need to work on that chasing, but it's been a very good game, so I can't fault anyone.
Yeah, I mean, we got to keep. Just remember, guys, this is not top tier Strife players playing right now. These are challenger games, but they're doing very well. I still think these teams are pretty evenly matched. I think win lane, lose game can definitely beat eShrek in a series. I really think it can happen.
I agree with you. Given time, I think either of these teams could easily make it to the pro bracket. Easily.
Yeah, they in the laning phase, we're seeing some decent things happen for both of these teams. It just comes down. Strife is so difficult if you're inexperienced in competitive Strife on transitioning from the laning phase into the mid game and the mid game into the end game. A lot of teams don't know how to close games out effectively. They're gonna try a base race here. It's not. You don't want to do this. You're already down a generator. You have a Vermilion on your team. You don't want to do this. You're gonna lose gen. And they are all porting out. They don't even get this tower, but not much else you can do there. They're gonna pull out. Nope. There's gonna be a bounder away. I think Vex is gonna live. Rook was trying to go in there. And Vermilion just using that rocket jump, kind of a defensive action there. Oh, nice hook back! Viability, he's still alive though. Moxie with the great ult even, but it's not enough. They are going to take out Vex. That was a lot of work to kill a Vex though.
Yeah, they lost Rook in the process. He just kind of melted.
They did, yeah. And Vex picks up a Hexbane. I don't know if a Hexbane is going to be very effective against this team. They have so many pincers out. And there's not a lot of pincer action going on against them already that I think, I don't know, I don't think Hexbanes are going to be that great. I think it's Ferret has a Hexbane as well. Trixie has a Hexbane as well. Yeah, if you just use it on Rook, obviously.
Oh, poor Ray.
Poor Ray. It's gonna happen. Sometimes you're just gonna get caught out trying to farm. Alright, so I don't know what. So win lane, lose game. What can they do here? They just gotta find picks, right?
They need to utilize their shank for picks.
Yeah, the problem is it's not going to be easy for them to find picks because they're eStrike is basically just roaming as a team at this point.
If you position correctly, or not, not so much correctly, but in the right place, you can get that pick and get a kill and walk out.
Yeah, absolutely. But but instead, eStrike is the one getting these pickoffs. But they are going to get a Baldir out of this. I mean, that's good for them. They're low on money. Finding a little bit of cash is not a bad thing. They're down over 20,000 gold right now. But they have to pour it out real quick to defend this generator because these guys can push a gen extremely fast. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to get here.
Ray won't be here.
Ray's not anywhere near here. What is Ray doing?
Oh, that gen's gone.
Yes.
I think it's too late.
Yeah.
You just die for the gen.
But they are going to go in. Here comes Bo. No, Bo's going to pull out. Bo just needs to find a good ult. He's going to get stunned out. Bo dies before he can make any play happen. And Shank is going to get the Croaking Curse. Oh, boy. I think that's game right here.
Box with the taunt?
Box with the taunt. I thought that was Albert, not Box.
Oh, well, I forgot Albert, I guess. He's now Box again.
But there we go, folks. Good game. Let's I'll put it out there. Because sometimes, I don't know why. There it is. Let me put it out there as well. GG, well played's going out. eStrike coming out on top of this series. Well earned for them. But I gotta say, I'm liking what win lane lose game is doing in the early game. They just need some more synergy. They just need to play together more, get more scrims going. They'll figure out how to transition, into the phases of Strife and keep the pressure on. What do you think, Dudley? Did we lose Dudley? Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me see what's going on with the Dudley. Let me pull him back in. Dudley, there you are.
I don't know what I do. I just got kicked from your channel.
I'm sorry you got kicked from my channel. Well, welcome back. I was just mentioning that I'm liking what win lane lose game is shaping up into. They just need to play more, scrim more, get more competitive games under their belt, and they'll start to figure out the strategies and how to transition into the different phases of a Strife game.
I agree 100%. I think they've got the basic knowledge of the game down pretty well. It's just forming it up as a team and just experience. That's all you can do to get better at Strife is get that experience under your belt.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's not forget, it's not to count at eStrike here. I think eStrike played amazing today. They definitely have played enough Strife competitive matches to know the phases and what to do and when to do it. And they're up and coming, man. They've have some roster changes going on. TaylorMade is such a good pickup for this team. I think they might actually be a decent NA challenger contender. The challenger bracket this season, though, is pretty intense. New teams in there. Papa Please is in there. Those teams are crazy. So eStrike still has a lot of homework to do, and I think they have a lot of work ahead of them if they want to be able to beat those EU powerhouse teams.
Last season we saw INF essentially roll through the challenger bracket. This season, I don't think we're going to see that. I think whoever makes it is going to have to work.